This week's guest is presented to you by Bertarelli Cutlery. Marco Bertarelli at Bertarelli Cutlery has been in the knife sharpening business for decades. It's a family-owned business straight from the mother country of Italy. Marco is a dear friend, and they've been a partner with Illinois Recovery Center and offering second chance jobs for folks that are leaving treatment and looking for work. Please check them out at bertarellico.com. That's BERTARELLICO.com. And you can always find them and their retail store at 1927 Marconi Avenue on the Hill in St. Louis, Missouri. bertarellicutlery.com.
I'll react if I had to. Put some things in the past too, and don't let them distract you, but react if you have to. I'll react if I had to. Put some things in the past too, and don't let them distract you, but react if you have to. React if you have to, Don't know the time, just know that I'm, one of a kind, What's on your mind, Well, hard to find, Beautiful mind, Still in my prime, Just know that I'm here.
What's up, everybody? Tondoff's Anonymous, episode
15.
15, not 55. 55, right? And there's so many.
55 and 25, baby.
That's right. I think I see more 55 sweaters always on hot pitches.
You haven't been to Jersey.
That's right. I have, but I not for some shit kicking. What a guest! This is a big catch. I was saying earlier, a professional podcaster, but probably more important, an ex-NH professional NHLer on
That's
on
right.
the podcast today.
Our
Cam Janssen.
But you know he's our second celebrity.
Who was our first?
The Dell Guy. Do you remember that guy from season 1?
Oh, the guy that was on Law and Order?
Yeah.
Fuck Dell. He was on Law and Order. Cam's.
Yeah,
fucking-
he beats him.
He probably made more money than me.
I think he still gets some royalty checks too. So
Yeah.
every time his episode's on, he gets like $1.36 in the mail. But they fuck.
Whatever. It's on all day.
I was gonna say
That's
Law and
true.
Order's on all fucking day. So I know you don't want to talk hockey, but we have to a little bit.
Yeah, God, let's go.
What a fucking homestand. Do you? So real quick, Cam, you're just doing the podcast right now, right? The Cam and Strick show.
Yeah, the pod as far as what, just like what I'm doing for the most majority and stuff.
You're not doing the radio stuff right now.
Now
as far as a show.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's something coming up here soon, but as of right now, no.
So you got the outlet. I mean, you're doing radio, play-by-play or color commentary for the Blues, which is awesome. Sound great, by the way. And you could beat the shit out of Joey. We all know that. But I mean, that's a low bar.
Boy.
I love him. It's a low bar, though. His brother was pretty good too. Charlie, wasn't his name Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie was such a funny. They're both they're like identical twins, but they're a year apart.
Okay.
But Charlie was hilarious. I think Charlie's more old school. He's doing the concrete work, man. He just kind of knew that he needs to just dig deep and do his thing and keep that business going.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. I think he was an 80. The brother was an 83. Played with our boy Carrera, who almost put Garth Brooks down the other night.
He almost killed Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks came on the Chaser event, the Puck Cancer Part 2 event that Chaser put on, and I don't know how he did it. But literally, we're playing in a game at Centene, all the packed house, everybody's having a good time, great game, and all of a sudden, Garth Brooks, who no one recognized off the bat, opens the door like, ta-tink,
Middle of the play.
right on the ice in the middle of the play. Guys are flying around 100 miles an hour. I'm like, who is this psychopath? I go, somebody's going to jump on me. They thought it was like just a random guy, and it's him. And Carrera's like, what are you doing? And guys, he should have just grabbed him and tackled him, but he didn't. Thank God Carrera didn't do that.
Oh fuck!
But everybody started to slow down. They looked. They found out that it was Garth Brooks, and then Chaser comes out. They hug it in center ice. But I'm thinking, No one recognized him. He could have got. I thought some old school cat was going to two-hand him in the back of the legs. Like, what are you doing, motherfucker? Get the fuck out of here.
Is this on video somewhere?
I do. I actually have I have the phone
It's
of
there.
him coming out. So
Oh my
Jason Carrera, who I
So
grew up
funny.
skating with, Cam skated with, he still skates some alumni stuff with these guys. Didn't play in the show, but he was reffing the game with Tim Peel. And Jason, I saw somebody post it. He texted me. He's like, I had no fucking thought it was a drunk fan from Granite City. You know, that shit happens all the time. And Jason grew up in Cahokia, so that's fucking normal. Like,
Right.
you know how to defend yourself when a drunk fan
Yeah.
comes out. He said he almost leg swept him and put Garth Brooks down. Now, can you imagine the fucking headlines? Like, you know, you can take the kid out of Cahokia, but you can't take the Cahokia out of the
Oh
kid.
my God.
Takes out fucking
No,
Garth Brooks.
baby.
Oh,
That would have been
boy.
amazing.
The Eureka in me was about to jump on the ice and do some damage. I wanted to put on a show for everybody. I did score 4 goals in that game, but whatever. But I wanted to
who's
fight
counting?
too. Like, listen, if people are showing up for the game, like, and there's people watching you, you get that like that animal in your soul coming out. You're like, I got Kate, her friends, all my buddies, all you guys are watching. I'm like, I'm putting on a goddamn show. I know all the boys are gonna be talking on the radio.
Yeah.
This is screw that. Like, I'm doing some things, baby.
See, that's
We gotta raise money for a good cause.
and so instead of whooping somebody's ass, you put in 4, huh?
Yeah. See, sometimes you just gotta switch the angle a little bit, switch your mindset. Like, there was nobody I wanted to go on that team really, so you might as well just put on a show. Because you know what? I remember skating in warm-ups. It was so funny, and I go to Alexander Steen and Steve. I go, you two and me right now. Let's start. And they come on the ice, and we score 4 first shift. I'm like, I picked the line because I just knew I knew Chaser was going to have me come out and do whatever, so I was going to start the game. So I'm like, Steener, Otter, come out here, and I centered their line, and I got stuck with them all game. That's why, because those two could still play, baby.
Well, I mean, that's nice of you to share the credit a little bit. I mean, you on the score sheet, it's got you on the far left with 4 tallies.
I love it.
Yeah, Carrera did text me you
love
were offsides on a couple of those, but he didn't fucking blow it. So
He could shut his mouth. He could shut his mouth.
yeah,
Because if he was in the game, he could have called that down, and he didn't.
that's right.
So there it is, and there's no replays.
I was gonna say there's no calling upstairs. So what'd you do for games 3 and 4 for people that when this airs? We just fucking skull fucked the Jets in a way that
Oh yeah.
I was telling people that you fantasize about kicking the shit out of a team in the playoffs, but it never really happens that way.
Right.
You know, I was thinking let's squeak out a 2-1 hockey
Not
game.
twice, you know.
I mean, complete fucking beatdown on Thursday night. At first, I said best 5 minutes of hockey I've seen this in I can't remember when. 5 minutes. You didn't need to scrape the Jets or the Blues where Bennington's at into the ice. If the Zamboni came out, it wouldn't need to touch that into the ice. There was nothing happening down there. Then it just rattled. I mean,
Yeah.
So what were you doing Thursday night?
I locked in on hockey, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm locked in every single night on every single game, dude. I miss some of the Edmonton Kings and then Colorado, Dallas because they're on late. Like, I'll go to bed, you know, whatever. But I watch every damn game. They scatter the games great. But the Blues, I don't miss a second. I'm just watching every minute of it and listening. I'm reading. I'm doing. And they came out and they shit kicked them 2 games in a row. Now, the first period last game was not good. But Connor Hellebuck he's getting owned by the Blues right now, and they know it, and everybody in Winnipeg knows it, and it's a big deal. It is a big deal. He let in some weak goals in that game. He didn't try on a couple with Braden Shin where he just has his paddle down, like no strength at all.
Boy.
Shinner's just like, oh, thank you. Robert Thomas just kind of squeaks by him. He's like, oh, what do I do? People in the Winnipeg Jets are like, what is going on? This guy has been dominant all year long. We've been the best team. We've been steamrolling everybody. And now he just can't get his mind straight. And the Blues are taking advantage of it. They look damn good. Now, the one other thing I don't like is what's going on is Tyler Tucker's been playing damn good hockey. I love that kid. He's tough. He's a different breed. He's like the only tough guy really that will stand up to Adam Lowry or Big Stanley or a couple other guys on that team that are a little mean. Like, they're big. They get a big team. It is what it is. And you kind of counter that with Tyler Tucker, who played for Ryan Suter, who's played 1,500 games in the league, and he's sitting games out. But I think Tyler Tucker might be hurt, man. You saw that play last night. So, listen, I know I'm like long-winded on that. You asked me a question, I can go on and on and on. But the Blues look damn good. But now they got to go to Winnipeg, which is not an easy place to play. It's not fun being there. The hotel sucks. The beds aren't nice. The food isn't good. So you consider all that shit. It's not going to be easy. So don't get too cute and happy right now because they got goddamn work to do.
I love it. I love it. Fired up. I heard these the other night that the best part about playing for the Jets is that you can't get traded to Winnipeg. And then I heard this one.
Listen,
I heard that
it's not good.
The best part about playing for the Winnipeg Jets is there's no road trips to Winnipeg. So Tucker buckled. That was. It's funny too because it was one of the quietest moments. I mean, that place was quiet last night when he got hurt, and from 2 years of pent up missed playoffs, that fucking building Thursday night, and then once Big Rig got everybody going Sunday for a nooner.
Yeah. Yep.
It was. You could. I mean, my ears are still fucking popping. I was, in the building, fortunate enough to be there, and I'm telling you, nobody needed Viagra. That fucking game was unbelievable Thursday night. And then to your point about Hellebuck, they gave up. I mean, the fucking Jets were done in the third. They were fucking done. They weren't even getting nasty. Because I kept waiting, like, they're gonna, keep your head up. Are they gonna run 50? We've seen that. We saw it when we were kids with fucking Kiprios, and we saw it with Kadri. Yeah. I was worried about shit like that going down, but they didn't. They were just, I mean, the Tucker thing, I think it was kind of a freak accident.
They went after Bolduc. They went after Bolduc.
Yeah, toward the end. Went after Snugger,
and then Adam Lowry went after Bolduc. And, and Appleton went after a couple of guys. Now, they were getting pissy. It's all good. But, yeah, man, like, we don't need anybody running over fucking Bennington. Like, make sure everybody blocks him out. RD are different than back then, just so you know. Like, it's hard to deal with the St. Louis Blues defensemen right now. Every single one of them. Like, my God, they are damn good. And they jump up in the play, and they keep pucks alive in the offensive zone. They are damn good, baby. They played the last 2 games like they did on that 12-game winning streak.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're keeping pucks alive. They're shooting when needed, passing, doing their thing, like everything.
Eating pucks.
Shutting plays down, making nice breakout passes.
And Cam Fowler.
They look really good.
I mean, Cam Fowler. And it is a pretty good feeling is hoping that Tucker is back soon. But you got a guy like Ryan Suter ready to step up. I mean, it's a good problem to have that type of depth, especially this time of year. So
he's not happy right now, though, Chrissy.
Is he?
I bet you he's not. He's probably like, I haven't set out a playoff game. I haven't set out an NHL game in probably ever in my career, and now I am. So it's not easy for those guys, man, those old school guys. But he understands it's going to be a long playoff run if you do make a run out of it. And Tyler Tucker's just got energy. It's been a long year for you, man. You're 40 years old. It's been a long year. You played a lot of minutes. Hell, Ryan Suter was playing 23 minutes at times at the very beginning when he got here. Like, he was the number one defenseman for a while. And they had to slow it down a little bit because he's 40 years old. It's been a long year. So it's okay. I think he's cool. Like, he's a cool cat, man. He gets the game. He wants them to keep going. He wants to stay like up.
Well,
before he retires.
His performance bonuses fucked our cap up for a little bit next year because he played so goddamn good this year.
What, $500,000?
Well, I think he's responsible for 2.25 or 2 of it. I mean, there's quite a bit that the 2. I think Bolduc and Jimmy got a couple bonuses that go towards it. I was talking to a couple guys that are, well, a friend of mine is pretty. He's assistant GM for the Blues, but he was explaining the math a little bit to me on I guess game 1. We were over at his house, and
Big Ryan.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I don't know if I'm allowed to. He's so quiet, and but yeah,
he's
fine.
Cool, man.
He's great.
He's so quiet, dude.
He's super smart, and so when it comes to the financial aspect, he fucking educates the shit out of me. And he was saying that most of that was because Suter played so well. They don't count against the cap during the year, but that's how they make up for it. So it was real kind of nerd out, but it's a good problem to have because
That's okay.
if he hits those
We'll
bonuses,
pay that.
yeah, exactly.
So what though, Chrissy? That's what you want. That's why you implemented those bonuses. Like,
Right.
if we're so what? We'll deal with it next year. The cap's going up. Who cares? We'll pay you off, dude. You helped us get to where we're at. Not to mention the Blues going to make more money now. That place was goddamn packed. All my boys from Fenton and Eureka and South County were spending all their money there, drinking out the wazoo. Dude, crazy. You see it. They're spending so much money. They're eating hot dogs. Everybody's eating. They're doing this. They're buying extra stuff, going to luxury parts of the building, spending extra money. Like, man, people were excited. They wanted to go there and have a good time with their families. I saw kids are everywhere, young kids to college kids coming home. Like, you want them to go there and spend money, and that's what they've been doing. And that's a good sign for the Blues because, it's in a big market. Like, it's been a couple years. You got to make this extra money up. And this is already a successful season, dude. It just is.
Mm-hmm.
It's already a success. Everything else is just like, let's go.
House
People are coming
money,
down
right?
like, I don't care. I'll get there early. I'll stay late. I'll spend money. And now the more money they make, the better off the city is. And they're going to spend more money to get maybe a kid that's, a young kid that they could throw an extra couple of schmilly to take over this town. And we're all excited again. And we go there and we spend money. It's how it is, man.
Amen. I love it. And you're fired up. I love this. This time of year is the fucking best time of year.
Yeah, dude.
Especially the first round. There's 3 or 4 games on a night. We're missing an early shift tonight, but other series are getting after it as well. We were that Caps Les Habitants series was getting after it.
Yeah.
Tommy Wilson,
Baby.
fucking fighting Josh Anderson in the bench. That's good
Love
stuff.
it.
I mean,
They didn't even kick him out, Chrissy.
that's awesome.
They didn't even kick him out of the game.
That's incredible.
They didn't kick him out of the game. It's the best thing ever. That's good. That means the refs are on. Like, no. They didn't do anything. It was a gong show. It was entertaining. Everybody's watching it. We're not going to kick these guys out. Let them play. If they do something stupid and they hack or elbow a guy, we'll boot them when we need to boot them. But as of right now, we're going to keep this entertainment going. And the guy, God, who did Wilson kill last night? Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Carrier?
Yeah, he hit a guy
Sit down.
clean as fuck.
Ooh. Yeah, and OV catches a guy. Like, there's bigger. The Blues and the Jets have more hits in the other series. But that series, they are murdering each other. Goalies are getting hit by their own players. Strome ran over, what's his name? For the Capitals.
Logan.
I'm like, he's done.
Was it Thomas? Yeah.
Logan, then he comes back. He goes back and he goes out there and he stands on his head and plays a pretty good game. But I don't know. I like Montreal, man. I like that series. I didn't know what the Capitals are going to do. You have Ovi doing all this crazy stuff. He's crazy, scoring all these goals. His family's there. He's got all his attention. And I'm thinking they're going to get their ass kicked. They're going to get upset by Montreal. And they're like, no, we're not.
No.
We are loaded. We're
They are
loaded.
good.
And now they're going out. It's just cool, man.
And watching playoff hockey
NHL's in a
in
good
Montreal
spot.
too. I mean, watching those fans and that place go
get
fucking
outta
nuts
here.
is pretty neat. You ever party in
Get on,
Montreal?
dude. What do you think?
I heard Montreal is a fucking wild city, man. For hockey players, especially.
I mean, I was there. I think, was it this year we played Montreal? I was there for 5 days with Curbs and the boys. Yeah.
You had your little road
And we hung out with Jordan Bennington's family because Benner lost that game. He was very upset. And his whole family was there. And he stayed in the hotel and his whole family went out and we hung out with them. We were just at the same place. And they were so sweet and nice. And I even talked to Benner and I'm like, you had a day off the next day. When your family's there, don't go out. You don't drink. Just go say hey and sit down and have some food with them. They love you. You're gonna remember that when you're older. Don't go party all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I know he wanted to hide because he felt embarrassed. But it was okay. But when your family's watching you live and they're in a specific area in Montreal and it's Saturday night and you have a day off the next day to where you can go say hey to them. Like, you might as well do that because I did the same thing where I just ignored everybody. Like, I'm not. But then you look at it, you're like, if my family's there, cherish those moments. because this goes by so quick,
Yeah.
Chrissy. I don't care who you are. Even if you play 20 years, it goes by so quick. And when your family's there, just cherish it. But I get why he stays. He didn't want to see anybody in Montreal, but it's just, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day too. Like, I just remember just hanging with them and they're like, yeah, he's just going to stay. And I'm like, he could have came and hung out, but I get why he didn't. It's just, you got to cherish these moments, dude, because it goes by so damn quick. I'm telling you, man. I know it's a cliche, but it's so
The
true.
goalies are nuts. They have something
Yeah,
different.
You would
going
have
on.
to be.
There's something different.
He would
going
have to
on.
be. Those pads are one thing, but I would not want those pucks flying at me.
I forget. It might have been Espo that said, or I forget which goaltender it was, but it said that it's the only job in the world where you make one mistake and 20,000 people either cheer or boo you, and a red light goes on behind your back.
Right. Jesus Christ.
So you got to be a
There are
sociopath.
points that you're.
I can't
Right.
imagine.
Yeah, I know. And, I know guys that played goalie and they want to play out now because playing out, I feel like, is so much more fun when you retire, man. Like, you just cruise around, dangle a couple guys, take some shot. When you're goalie, you're like flopping around. There's 2-on-0s coming at you all the time in these beer leagues, you know.
Fucking pain in the ass.
It's just more fun to play out.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but your heart rate must be
You know.
pumping just as much as the guys playing on the ice because,
If they have one.
yeah, if if the goalie has a heart, because like you're sitting there like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then finally it comes at your fucking face. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and their neck.
No
shit.
thanks.
Maybe you wait for 10 minutes like Holbuck did in the first
Oh, boy.
period, man. He waited 10. The Blues were terrible that last period. And then Holbuck was like waiting, and fucking Jakey Neighbors came down and god dang tipped one in, baby. Like, what's up? He tipped like a little bang. Holbuck's like, where do I go? Where you know? So
Yeah.
sometimes it's tough. You want to get kind of the feel of things off the bat.
The I think the hits and shit are wearing down the Jets too. They when the games 1 and 2 and for 82 games this year, they do what every team thinks they can do, is that prevent park the bus type fucking defense in hockey. Anytime we try it, we end up letting in 2, 3, or 4 goals and it's over. And I always scream and yell, fucking stay on the gas, man. That you can't. The Jets figured that out for 82 games. I feel they figured out how to, if they take a lead, they fucking lock it down, and it worked. It's almost like your boy Lou and inventing the fucking neutral zone trap, changing the game, shutting teams down. The Jets have figured out a way to do that in their own zone, but I think the boys found a way through that. I mean, they maybe had that one lead, I guess 1-0 on Sunday, but that's the only lead they had in St. Louis. And we're just, I mean, the hits might be getting to these fucking guys. I don't know.
It's hard to keep the pedal to the metal, man, like that. You know, like you play 100 miles an hour. Yeah, I think the Jets are missing scoring depth, and they miss Stanley. I don't know if he's hurt. Like, I don't know what his deal is. A big Stanley didn't play. So they're missing a couple guys, and I think Connor Hellebuyck just is feeling a little bit of pressure right now, man. You get pulled twice. Like, that's a big deal in the playoffs at home. But now you got to go up there and play again. But I will correct you, Chrissy, and I love you, and I know you know hockey.
It's all right.
But the Devils did not invent that. If you listen to our podcast with Kenny Danico we had today, that was the Montreal Canadiens that invented the left wing
That trap.
lock and
All
that
right.
struck down. And the Devils, and even Ken Danico even said today specifically, he goes, we were top 5 in scoring in 95 and in 2000. And in 2001 when they lost to the F, they were top 5 in scoring because they had guys that scored 20 goals on a fourth line.
That's
So
right.
people
That's a
think
good
that
point.
Lou invented that. Lou just took that from the winning team. That's why he had all those Montreal Canadian guys, from Larry Robinson, Jacques Lemaire,
Yeah.
all those cats, Jacques Leperrier, all those cats that are involved with the Devils that I got to go through. They grabbed them all because Lou wanted to recreate what the Montreal Canadiens did.
All right.
That they're so down with. Hell yeah, baby. Chrissy, that's why I like talking to you, because I know you know hockey, man. And then we could just talk
I
forever.
love it. I could do this
Yeah.
all day, and I want to get into what you do out here. You do a lot of good work for IRC, and we'll get into that. But it's impossible not to talk about this shit, especially during the playoffs. So, yeah, man.
When your dad's a ref, you know hockey's in your soul.
I ran into Jerry Burt, who I guess recently had a stroke, but I ran into Jerry Burt. He's still working for the NHL. After game, I guess it might have been at the Frozen Four that I saw him. Jerry, God love him. I was telling him about, he asked, he's like, how long has it been since your old man died? And Jerry, I remember one year when the NHL refs went on strike and they brought up the IHL refs, and Jerry Burt was reffing for the IHL guys. And they got a standing O coming onto the ice the first game at I think it was 94, 95. It might have been, because I believe it was at the Kiel Center, not the old barn. And they came on, and at the end of the first period, they got booed off the ice. It was so funny.
Yeah.
And then it was
baby.
great. So telling those stories with guys like Jerry Bird are awesome. He remembers my old man getting hit with a hot dog in Granite City by a fan, fucking bloodbath of a game. And my old man picked the hot dog up, took a bite of it, threw it back in the stands, and the place went fucking apeshit bananas. They cheered for the refs the rest of the game.
Amazing.
No ice, they went nuts. Called a fucking penalty, they cheered.
love it.
It was great. But
I respect the refs, dude. I respect all the refs. That's why I got away with a lot of shit. Chrissy, I would always be nice to everybody. I was always nice to the refs. Even when I was a kid, my dad never yelled at them, and I was getting penalties like no other too, man, because I was wild. But I was always nice to them. So I had a relationship with every single ref, even in warm-ups when I didn't know. I go, hey, guys, how you doing? I give them a little stick tap, the linesman, everything, just so they all know, like, oh, Cam's a good guy.
Right.
Like I always, when they say, Cam, stop, I'm like, I got you, baby. What's up?
Right.
I got you. All good. And I look at the guy like, I'm going to fuck you up. But I'm good. You know, I just played it. And so they gave me leeway, dude. I would hit guys so hard, and it should have been a penalty. And they're like, that's a warning. I'm like, I got you, homie. And I got my warning. Just on all you guys, all you parents, and everybody listening, if you have kids involved in sports, that goes way farther than anything else. As a parent to their kid, if you're nice to refs, umpires, everybody, it goes so much farther. They all talk to each other. They all know right off the bat if they're going to be cool or not.
Yep.
You just be cool with them. Even if they kind of screw you over, you're like, I get you, no big deal. That goes so much farther. And I'm telling you, in the end, it's going to benefit you or else. You think you're yelling at these guys? They listen to you. They hate you if you do
right.
that. They hate you.
And they have a memory.
They hate
They're
you.
not robots.
Yeah.
They remember
No
you.
doubt.
You're a fucking
they all
douchebag.
talk to each other. You're a douchebag.
My old man used to tell Scotty Sanders, he'd be like, "Hey, is Cam skating with you guys tonight? Do I need to order him a pizza for the box? I know you end up there, but it took a while to get you there. He'd give you some rope, but when the fucking kid was twitching and the ambulance had to come out, he said, I gotta give you at least 2 for roughing here.
Yeah.
I almost killed the mother.
I would travel 14 hours with my daddy. We didn't have much money. We're playing AAA, still just going by the fucking seat of our ass. I didn't know we're going to Canada and playing in this big tournament. And I'd go up there, and I knew scouts are watching me. I'm getting attention, and I'd get so pumped up before the game. Everybody's, look, Cam, go let these big Canadian boys, because these Canadians were a year basically older than us, because they could be 83s. So when you play in Canada, it was 83, 84 birthday instead of just 84. So there's kids a year older than some of our kids. And at that age, at 12, 13, that is a big difference. So they were so big and scary looking. So I had to go out there and take care of business, Chrissy. I had to be the guy to let everybody know no one's met. And my dad would drive me 14 hours up there, spend money on everything. And then I'd go out there first shift, and I'd fuck some kid up so bad, come around in that. And he would be done, and I'd get kicked out of the whole tournament and have to turn around and drive all the way home.
Right.
And that's
because those tournaments, if you get an EJ, you're done for the tournament, the whole weekend.
Done.
God.
First shift of the game. First shift, turn around, drive 14 hours all the way back home. Waste of money. Oh yeah, I'm getting my hotel money back. No. My dad had to spend so much. That happened a couple times, and we just had to rethink a couple things. It wasn't even that bad of a hit. The kid just got hurt.
Yeah.
He just got hurt, and everybody, the parents got scared. The moms are going crazy. No, it was a Wendell Clark, Bruce Bell hit behind that, and you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden the kid's done, and they stretch him like, even if it was clean, they kicked me out of the tournament, and it just kind of sucked. We went through a lot, man.
Well, I mean, your parents are warriors, as all the hockey players' parents go through a lot to let their kids chase their dream. I was telling somebody the other day, the difference between hockey and other sports is every kid in the locker room growing up wanted to be there. They had to beg their parents to let them play because it wasn't cheap. It's not cheap. Ice time is fucking out of this world. Even Cahokia ice rink ice time's expensive.
No shit.
So every kid that was in the locker room wanted to be there. There wasn't any kid that was a social experiment. God bless other sports where you want to get your kid socialized and meeting friends. So you sign them up for Little League or soccer or whatever other whatever other sport is out there. But when you played hockey, you all instantly have a fraternity because every kid is fucking dying to be in that locker room, and you have to drag them off the ice or almost run them over with a Zamboni to get them off the ice. And that's the difference between ice hockey and anything else. And it's
tight knit, baby.
It's got some of the people I love the most. Cam fucking saw Titus a couple weeks ago. The kids we skated with when we were kids, and our coaches. I mean, it's still such a badass community, and people with the biggest hearts that'll do anything. You mentioned the Puck Cancer Night. It's a second row. You know, Kelly's fighting the fight of his life with this leukemia shit, and you guys show up for all that, and that gets the press, but people don't see the shit you do, Cam, for the kids. I think the Dog Nation. I know Johnny O, who one of my dad's best friend's son got real injured in a work accident. He's wheelchair bound, and they do skates for him, and he'll go out there and skate. They'll have like a wheelchair league, and Cam and the alumni are fucking. You guys do anything for these people. It's incredible work that you guys do, man.
Blues Warriors too. You gotta give them a little shout out, man.
Yeah,
those guys, man. All these veterans, they're like they just started getting together, and they're all hockey fans, and they're going through a tough time. A lot of them don't have maybe limbs on their hands because of IEDs or whatnot, and they all got together, and they created this Blues Warriors, and Rob Ramage and a bunch of guys help out with it, and they coach and put on tournaments, and all the alumni play against them, and they kick our ass. I'll tell you that right now. They kick our ass, and they don't give a damn. They'll whack me in the arm. I don't listen. When I skate, I don't take no one messes with me, dude. No one hooks me. No one's slashing me. No one's talking shit. No one does anything. And I'm really good about it too. I pump up people when they play. I will be like, good goal. Even if it's our team, like I love doing that. Just to make everybody happy. You know, I don't care. I'm in a different mode. But when I play the Warriors, they don't give a shit. They love you. But when we're playing, they're whacking me and hacking me. I'm like, God, I don't even get mad because I just know I'm not messing with them. And so I just let it. The only people I let that happen to is them. And they're so funny and cool and hardcore. And I love them all.
That's awesome.
And we do so much. And they're everywhere around St. Louis too, man. They're big hockey fans, and they do a lot, and they raise a lot of money. And we love being a part of that. It's hilarious, actually.
Jeff, remind me, let's plug them on the show notes and stuff, because it is a really fucking cool organization. And what the alumni does for these guys, and around in youth
Blues
hockey,
Warriors.
It's amazing. Blues Warriors, yeah,
They're great.
I you see it all the time. You see Bruce Affleck just retired. I guess I didn't ever think he was ever going to fucking retire, but that alumni program's his baby. I saw him. I was out at Centene with you one time, and he was pushing a trash can around, cleaning the place up.
Wow.
I mean, this is
I know.
It's fucking incredible, man. And that's a cool facility.
Because we got guys coming in and out of that locker room, dude. That multi-million-dollar locker room that we have. We're expanding, by the way. The Blues are expanding that bad boy.
You get Scully a bigger.
We're taking over. We're taking over all Bobby's rink, I think. You know what I mean? I think the next two locker rooms, they're going to be like massage tables, and we're fancy. I'm sorry. We are spoiled. The Blues alumni are
It's
spoiled.
incredible. You gave me a tour.
It's a country club. So if you're a hockey player and you are a golfer, nice golf courses, man. I live on a badass golf course. You're a member of St. Albans? Shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Luxury. You got stuff. But in the hockey world, this is the most luxurious thing you could possibly be a part of. So you could pay to be involved and skate with the alumni 3 times a week, have a stall in the locker room. My neighbor, Wes, who played with Patty Maroon with the Bandits, you met him, Chrissy. Wes, handsome son of a bitch, awesome guy, played with Patty. He's sitting right next to me in the locker room because he paid for a stall, and he skates with me 3 times a week, and we carpool. How awesome
That's incredible.
Is that? So, we have a little sauna. We have everything. You're part of, the events now. You know people. You interact with people. It's a social event. So it's like being in the country club for hockey.
I love it. And Scully's got a stall there. Dwight Schofield, my man.
Yeah, that's my boy, too. Is he doing all right? I think he got injured. I saw him sign an autograph somewhere. We were doing something, and he got he got shoulder surgery, And I went up to him. He's like, I just got to get it done. I'm like, yep, man. You got to get it done,
I'll
baby.
tell you, he helped out a family of mine. Shout out to the Donzies, who knows the stuff we battle at IRC very well. Buddy of mine, Robbie Donzi, has a red snapper charter down in Fort Myers, and that hurricane fucked it up bad. And Scoey went down there, got in a truck, threw generators in the truck, drove down there, and just stayed down there for months helping them rebuild. He just got a heart like that. So that shout out to Scoey.
It's incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Dwight Schofield.
you got it. Hey, the Scone and the Barbarian.
You got to say his name,
Right?
You know,
people
because
don't know.
people probably, we do that, Chrissy.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't do
Dwight Schofield.
We can't do the nicknames. Yeah.
He had a pro shop when the Fairview Heights ice rink was opened up by the Hardys in Fairview Heights, and he had there was no return policy. You know, this guy was a fighter in the National Hockey League, and you know, if you bought something from him and you tried to return it, you'd be leaving with it up your ass. That's how he didn't play. Oh god, I remember he talked me into fucking graphs, and I was afraid to tell him I didn't like the graphs, so I walked out of there with graphs, and they fucked my career up. But it wasn't.
Dude,
it wasn't the booze.
My dad
or
and
anything.
him went at it a couple times.
Yeah,
I think my dad and him.
Your dad doesn't fuck
Fairview
around
Heights,
either. Easy.
No, he doesn't. No one messed with him. My dad, and I tell people this too. My mom and dad are like the OGs of hockey parents, in my opinion, because they found a way for me to make the NHL without having any contacts, having any money, having any influence on anything. I'm not skilled. Like we just had to do it the hard way, and I had to do it through motivation from my parents and sacrifice from them. And they did everything right. My dad did, and my dad was majority, of course. And my dad never fucked with the coaches. He didn't say Cam's too. He just stood by himself, and he collected his own posse, and he sat there and he did his thing. Where people wanted to kill me from the other teams, parents hated me. My dad always chilled, and he did everything right, and he motivated me every single day and every single game. And I just wish I could really explain what he really did for parents, man, so they could look at him and be like, yeah, you know, I was unique too, man. I'm an easier probably guy to deal with, but every kid with a skill is fine. Like you gotta be able to pump him up in the right way. And my dad was so good at that without staying out of all the bullshit drama. It's hard to do. And he was old school about it. He had no guidance, and he still was able to do it.
You know, I'm glad you shared that. That is really fucking cool. And it is an exception to the rule where, I mean, you didn't have any fucking nepotism getting to where you got. You busted your ass, and a lot of other people's on your way there. And that's awesome. That's kudos to your dad and to your mother who know you've been through there. So shout out there, Cam.
Yep.
Speaking,
my mom, my poor mom, she had to deal with all. Listen, my dad can handle the bullshit. My mom had to deal with the girlfriends of everything. She loved every girlfriend I had.
Oh God,
they're complaining about me. Like my dad dealt with, you better be tough, baby. Let's go, be tough, but let's go. My mom would have to deal with all the other things in my life, including drug abuse, to the girlfriends, to all that. My dad did the hockey. My mom, which was a bigger task, did everything else.
Yep.
Just so everybody
knows.
Well,
I'm glad you brought that up because you do a lot of, we've partnered with the Cam and Strick podcast, Illinois Recovery Center has, and it's a passion project for you, but you come out here once a month and talk to our clients. And I'm going to let you drive here because, I want you to tell your story and how it impacted you. But before I do that, You mentioned moms, and Jacob and I both think of ours as we put them through a lot. We do got to introduce you to Jacob's mom sometime. She is the biggest fucking blues fan I've ever met. She what'd you say, Jacob? She calls them all by
their first names. So.
Still to this day. And
that's when you know.
Jacob has told some really powerful stories about his mom and what she endured through his active addiction. And yeah, we'll have to make sure it would make her fucking day to meet you. So she would.
Yeah, I would love to meet her. Because well, I mean, I'll start because again, I pub on my dad a lot with all kinds of stuff. My strength, just how to be tough on the ice, how to focus. Don't worry about the focus, ice, hockey, future, your career, but all the other ancillary stuff that you go through, man, with girls and drugs and just depression or whatever. You're down because people are chirping, or you get beat up, and like I couldn't talk to my dad about that. I talked to my mom. My mom had to take all my dad took all, like, you didn't get the puck out, but now I can deal with it. But my mom, like, God, like this girl, I'm taking too many pain. I'm just, whatever the case is, my mom sunk all that fucking shit. And she sat there and like, okay, talk to me. I live right next to them. So here's how I'll get into it. So I was always a party animal, hardcore, 100 miles an hour. I am that way. Social butterfly. I can
We
walk
wouldn't
into
believe
any
it,
party,
by the way.
any party, anywhere. No one knows who you are. I could mingle and make friends everywhere and be like, hi, whatever. That I was always good at that. So I was always in the mix. My mom and dad drank a lot. I stole their beer. Started smoking weed at a young age, but I was very, like, I wanted to be a hockey player. So I'm trying to like simplify everything for everybody. But I was partying at a young age because my parents were lenient, but I was very motivated to play hockey like a psychopath, which no one believed in me. I had no support. None of my buddies played hockey, really. No one was competitive enough. We're not in Canada. We're in fucking Pacific, Missouri. Maybe some people know the Blues. Sometimes they don't. I don't know. But I was obsessed with it. And my older brother, I smoked. I just partied, man. High school, partied my ass off. Played hockey, dominated, but dipped into so many different things. I dipped into everything from booze to acid to coke to all that shit in high school. It was everywhere. What are you getting on the weekends? Like, it was everywhere at Eureka. It just was. And it's not just Eureka. That's everywhere in every high school. If you know, it's right there. And Jacob, am I wrong on that? It's at every high school.
100%.
So 100%. And so anyway, I remember getting drafted, and I was in New Jersey.
What age were you when you got drafted?
And I'm a young kid. I got drafted when I was 18.
Right.
So I signed a contract for a couple $100,000,
fucking
making money,
18 though. That's
doing my thing.
18 from Pacific Eureka. Like, that is a fucking lottery ticket.
Oh, I'm Bill Gates.
I love it.
At this point. Like, seriously, I'm Elon. Doing whatever I wanted. I thought I was a billionaire. You got a couple $100,000. You think you're a billionaire. I had no money. It's all good. So like, you get this weird belief that you have endless money, which you don't. And I know I didn't, but God, when you're around people that don't at that age, you spend a lot of money. But that's okay. I dabbled in the things. Nothing really grabbed me bad until I was around 20, 21 years old. Like, I was partying like no other, and I tried everything. But was I really addicted to something yet? No. But once I turned 21 and I had a house in Jersey, and I'm making $600-700, whatever it is, and I get injured. I fought George Peros in Anaheim, and he ripped my shoulder out like the blat. It's on YouTube, whatever.
He was just at the alumni game.
I get hurt.
Wasn't he?
Awesome guy, lovely, handsome human being. I love him so much. But he did rip my shoulder out. It was a weird thing, and it sucked. So I'm in Jersey by myself. I'm in a house by myself. I'm basically a young kid. I'm 20, 21. I get hurt for 6 months, basically out for 6 months. The team is gone. They're gone every day. They don't, if you're hurt, you're not even part of them. And I'm just sitting there playing video games in my house with all my buddies that I had met in Jersey. I meet people, and they gave me 190 painkillers.
Wow.
Of these fucking bananas, the yellow Percocets. All you out there, if you know, you know. Those yellow fucking nanners, baby. And I had 190 of them. And I'm by myself. I got money. I'm chilling. I'm like, the team's gone. Road trip's gone. No one's checking up on me. And I'm eating these goddamn things like Skittles. And that's how I got addicted to painkillers off the bat. Now,
Sure.
People are like, don't you blame the team? No, it's my fault. They told me to take 2. I took 4.
Mm-hmm.
They told me to take 2 here. I took 6. Then you start climbing that ladder up, baby. You climb. So I didn't know about painkillers at the time. I'm like, these things make me feel unbelievable. In fact, they make me feel even better when I don't eat and I'm drinking booze at the time. So it amplifies the euphoric high. And I'm like, whoa. So now I'm like not eating, I'm drinking more, and I'm eating these things. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea when I get done with these painkillers, when these 190 painkillers are gone, I'm going to be in the most miserable state you could imagine. And I didn't know that. And all of a sudden they're gone. And I'm like, oh, pissing out of my ass, freezing cold, like, God help me. And I'm by myself. I'm literally by myself. And I'm like, damn, what is going on here? What is going on here? I have to get more of these. And then what do you start doing? You start finding your cat that you met at the bar.
Yep.
And he's like, I got some Roxasets for you. And then I start buying those, and it's costing me money. Then I get another refill of those. Now I am double dipping. And it just got me so hardcore. And I battled with that for years and years and years and years. And I do look back on it, the whole thing, and I'm like, man, if I was just like my dad cannot take painkillers. It does not make him euphoric high. Me, you're goddamn right. It makes me feel like I'm on heroin. Just like everybody knows who's listening right now, that heroin feel where you're like, let's go. Some people, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do it to my dad. If that didn't happen to me, I wouldn't have dealt with it, but it made me feel unbelievable. So I just kept doing it. Now I'm finding. So just like we talked about earlier, I can go to a bar and I could pick out whoever. I could pick you out from a mile away and know if you're fucking yacked up or you're fucking doing this. I know exactly, dude. Don't play with me, baby. I know exactly what everybody's doing. And so I took advantage of that, and I just built up. And it got me hardcore, man. And I spent a lot of money. It slowed my career down. Who knows? Maybe I would have been a goal scorer. Who knows?
You were on the Puck Cancer night.
I wasn't on it. I wasn't on any painkillers that night. But and we could joke about it now. It's all good. And there's even more to the story. I don't want to go on forever. But that's how I got started. And it lasted for a long, long time.
Well, I mean, and there's a lot to unpack there because I hear probably more often than not that a heroin addiction starts with an injury and a overprescription or the patient abusing the prescription. Like you said, don't take 2, but they take 4. The thing that goes to heroin is the lack of financial and you stuck to pills. You had the money, right?
Damn right I had the money. I was Elon
That's
Musk.
right.
I told you that. I'm thinking that. Just remember that. I'm making it fucking rain at night, and yeah, I can. And guys would hook me up, like they wanted to hook me up. Like when I go to a bar and I ask somebody if they're holding, they're like, hell yeah. Most people are like, get the fuck out. They're like, hell yeah. What do you need? What do you want? What do you need? I got this guy. I can find that in 2 seconds. Chrissy, you know what I'm talking about. Jacob, who are you kidding? You probably know too, dude. You could see. We all know. And so it just made it easy for me until it became not easy. It became not easy, man. And the shit that I had to hide from my teammates, from my girlfriends, from my family. But I will say one person, all the girlfriends I had, the friends I had, they didn't know. My brother knew because he got addicted to it too.
Really?
And I was paying for his too. That's a different, that's when I'm coming down and we'll talk. There's so much more to this. It's unbelievable. But I'm just giving you guys just the basics off the bat, and then we're going to do another one. But I'll tell you, of all the people where I'm hiding, I could feel like this. Chrissy, like, oh, God, fucking God. And I just, suck it up, walk through that locker room like, hey, guys, happy Cam. I'm funny. I'm here to joke and fun. And this happen. No, I had to be I had to turn on like a circus clown just to hide it. I felt like shit, but I hid it. But the one person I could never hide it from was my mama. She fucking knew. She worked at Clayton Jail, dude, dealing with all those fucking hard. She'd come here, look at me like this. Come here.
Oh, wow.
And I'm living right next to him. My dad, like, all right, blah, blah, blah. My dad didn't know. My mom, I'd walk in, steal whatever from their house, walk in and eat their food. My dad, like, hey, how's it going? Duh, duh, duh. My mom would just look at me like this. She said, come here, sit down. She goes, you okay?
And she
You
knew.
okay? She'd look into my soul. She'd look into my soul.
Man.
Like, you okay? And I'm like, no, mama, I don't feel good. She goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm withdrawing bad. She said, okay, let's do it. Okay, we need him to, and the nurse came out, the mother nature, like that. She just, my dad took care of so many different things in my life. My mom was kind of felt left out. And then she knew I was in a hole. And she came and she looked into my eyes and like, come here. And she comforted me. And I needed that so bad, dude. Oh, God. Makes me like cry.
That's
dude.
something,
Not
man.
gonna
Thanks
Not
for
gonna
sharing. Did she? At what point did you finally say this? I can't do this anymore. Were you still in the league? Was it after?
Oh, I was in the league, baby. I was going through real ups and downs, but I was in a good life, man. Like, it wasn't all bad. Like, I could just go on my boat and sit on the river and just kind of like suck it up for a couple of days, and I'd feel a lot better. I'd suck up through the hardcore withdrawals and just sit on my boat all day and just listen to music and try to work out, and your body just can't handle it. Like, I remember trying to work out so bad and just flush it out of me. And like, your body's like, stop, Cam, stop. I can't handle all this. You're doing too much. And I'd be so sore, like weird aches in my body because your body's dehydrated. Like, it needs to get this poison out of you. And I just try to overwork it to get it out faster because I didn't want to wait for fucking the week or what. It lasts so long, but if you're active, it doesn't last as long. And so I went through so many different phases, but I couldn't kick it until I got a couple wake-up calls, big ones. And I was on top of the world, and I have Kate by me when I'm first dating Kate, basically. And I got people coming
Kate's
in
an
from
angel,
fucking
by the way.
Jersey, the angel, the pure soul that
Ashley
I have next to me,
absolutely
the
loves
pure
her.
soul. Like, her and Ashley, like,
Right.
like, they're just pure. And I remember being, I couldn't find Percocets. So I got Tramadol. And I had people coming in town, and we're going to the UFC fights downtown, and I'm going on stage and like doing
nice.
Whatever. They're having me on to do whatever. With UFC, maybe it was Pride or whatever it was at the time. It wasn't UFC, it was something else. It doesn't matter. But it was a big event, and there's going to be 20,000 people down there. And I got people in Jersey coming in town, staying with us, and we're getting hotels, and we're partying, doing all stuff. And I had to find something. And I got these Tramadols, and I started eating these damn things. And I remember pulling up in my Corvette with Kate, pulling in my garage right next to my parents in the blue-collar part of Eureka and Augustine Heights. And I get out of my Corvette, and I collapse. And have a
No
seizure like
shit.
this.
I don't think I've heard this.
And I go, goo. My whole neighborhood's everywhere. People are walking there. They all like, what's going on, Cam? And I'm sitting there and I'm having a seizure. And the whole neighborhood comes over like, help. The ambulance comes, fire trucks. The whole
Holy
city's
shit.
watching me. The whole fucking neighborhood's watching me. That's Cam. No one posted anything. No one told anybody anything. I got in the ambulance. It was horrific. And I finally got up out of it, and my neighbors hold me, and I tried to fight them. It was horrible because if you take these Tramadols, if you overdose on them, they put you in an automatic seizure mode. It's really odd and scary. Jakey, you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't heard about Tramadol, but yeah,
The Tramadol?
Are they
opiates?
a lot of, yeah, it is. Yeah,
It is?
Yeah,
Okay.
They're not. There's no opioid in it, so it's a weight.
There's a name for it, but yeah, it's not like an opiate, but it's in that family.
What is it?
It's a painkiller.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a painkiller. Like,
I've heard of it. I just have, yeah.
When they gave it to me, like when I had my surgery on my throat.
It's a guy that.
Oh, so it's when you took it like post recovery.
Yeah, and they'll get you fucking high. Like I took them for like 3 days after I had my surgery, and like I fucking panicked because I was straight in the dope fiend mode back again. I flushed them down the toilet. I freaked out.
But it wasn't.
They're not like Percocets, but They give you something.
So
yeah.
you got so
Yeah.
somebody, because you couldn't get Percs, they gave you. You found those.
Yes.
All right.
And so I didn't know that you could. So like I just took so many, and so I seizure. We get to the hospital. Bo, no one says anything. I got anyway. It was horrific. And then a month, so I get through it all, and I didn't know it was a tramadol. Like I lied to everybody. I'm like, oh, I don't know what happened. And I get home, and another month goes by, and I still had these tramadols, and I took them again because I ran out of other things.
Yep.
And I was just about to go somewhere else, and I overdosed again and had a seizure, and I go, that's it. And so it
I
was
can't
horrible,
imagine,
man.
Kate's,
And I
if she saw this, what her fucking reaction.
oh, she saw it in my family and my mother and my daddy. It was right.
It's
I lived right
traumatic.
next to my parents. I bought the house next to my parents at 18 years old when
Yeah.
I signed my contract. I bought the house right next to my parents in the blue collar part of Eureka in Augustine Heights. And everybody knew where I lived there because I grew up kind of right there. And so everybody knows where you live. Like everybody. And playing for the Blues, I'm
Insane,
living
yeah.
right there.
Your
Everybody
hometown
grew up
team.
there. And so, I this is the second time I overdosed on this stuff, and it was a wake up call. And we can go on and on, but
It's your
main
time. Go
reason
ahead.
why, the main reason how I got off of this, because I'm still playing at this time, all y'all
Here
out
in
there,
St.
just so
Louis.
you know, I'm still going through ups and downs, and I'm dealing with this, and I'm not telling anybody, and I'm still having to go out there and perform. This was in the summertime, but it just shows you how hardcore it was. And you know what? It's all my fault. Nobody else's fault. All mine. I didn't tell anybody. I lied. I just sucked it up like I just had to. I sucked it up, and it's all my fault. But I should have got help, man, because Ray Burley, all those guys would have helped me in 2
Right.
seconds, and I would have.
But that's a good
who
point.
knows? Like I would
Do
still
you
be
think
playing.
Do you
Who
think it was
knows?
shame? Like, do you think
What do
you
you
were
mean?
ashamed to admit it or talk to, but like Ray Burley, for people that don't know, has
Oh,
been the Blues
no,
trainer since I was a little kid. He's the Olympic team. I mean, he is the fucking
He's the
talk about
best.
OG of medical trainers in the NHL. He just ran out there the other night to fucking Tyler Tucker. He
He's still
could
there.
run on. Yeah, he could run on ice faster than people can skate because he's been used to.
I felt, Chrissy, that nothing could beat me. I'm like, I'm fucking shit
Right.
kicking. Let's go. I can handle this. I can deal with it. I'll get off it when I need to. And I'm at the point during the season where I'm on a road trip and I got none left. And I'm like, I can't just be like, hey, I'm on painkillers.
Right.
Help me out. No, I have to just suck it up.
That wouldn't go over well with Andy
And
Murray.
then the summertime, like, hey, Andy, I'm withdrawing on painkillers.
Wasn't
Can
he
you-
pissed off that you were at fucking
Go
Lucas
fuck.
Park too much? Can you imagine the reaction?
No one. I never got in trouble with anything, dude. I was never late for anything. Never all this stuff. All these guys that went through stuff, man. I went through more. I'm telling you, so much hardcore stuff, and I was never late for anything. And I hid it from everybody. And that's
No,
not
it's a good. It's
It
a
just
good
shows
drug
that
user, right? That's what we say.
I'm a fucking great drug user, dude, and that's bad.
Right.
If I was a bad drug user, I would have got done a fucking long time ago, or it would have ruined me, or whatever. But I'm a good one. And there's a lot of people out there that are the same way, where they can just get through it and get through it and get through it. And eventually you have to stop. So the thing that got me off of painkillers, I'll tell you, because I tried to do it cold turkey, blah, 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 was Suboxone. And Suboxone, if you guys don't know, it's just like, it's an anti-opioid, alcohol, and anything. You take Suboxone on your tongue, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to drink. You don't want to do anything, but it makes you blah.
Mhm.
I'm hardcore. I got to fight guys still. I got to go fight that guy that's 6'7", 250 pounds. Now I get on Suboxone, and I'm trying to get up like, let's fucking, I got to turn the hawk, Chrissy. I got to turn the hawk, baby. And if you're on Suboxone, it makes you like blah, like, you're not yourself, but you don't crave the opioids. So it's saving my life, but now I got to go take care of business. It just was a jumbled mess, man. And it wore Kate out. It wore myself out. It wasn't all bad, but I just went through a lot of weird stuff when it comes to this. And I will say, in the end, with all this hardcore stuff, I still got my problems, man. Do I drink a lot of beer? I gotta chill out on things. I really, really do. Like I can get addicted to something really quick,
Sure.
like I can. But I don't ever even think about opioids ever in my life. I don't dream about them. I don't think about them. Even when I stub my fucking toe, I don't give a shit. I've gotten surgeries without opioids. I've had tubes go through my groin without opioids, and just take a couple Tylenol 800s and you suck it up. I don't even think about them. And those things ruled my life for a long time.
How were you getting the Suboxone?
Sorry. That was from a doctor.
So a doctor prescribed it to you.
Yes. Yes.
I
and
keep
Adderall.
looking at you because I'm waiting for you to ask questions.
I'm letting Cam do his thing and talk, but
do you have it? Does it what? I know how you feel about Suboxone is we use it to taper, right? So so
Yeah.
and you know more than a lot of people about Suboxone, so that's why I was looking at you. Because feel free to jump in, Jacob. Sometimes I gotta fucking kick them
Jump
out.
in, baby. Ask me
so
whatever.
I did because you're not on Suboxone anymore, right? Like you're.
Oh,
yeah, right.
No, I had to wean myself off
Okay,
of that.
that
That's a half-life
Right,
of a
yeah.
month.
So I was going to talk to you a little bit about that
That was fine for me.
because I knew.
That was fine for me. People ask me about Suboxone, and here's what I say. Suboxone saved my life. And if you want to stop drinking, you want to stop fucking thinking about Coke, painkillers, Molly, whatever the fuck it is, meth, whatever it is, you take Suboxone, you try to take that stuff, you will feel the worst, horrible withdrawal feelings ever. So it forces you not to take anything. You drink booze on Suboxone, you ain't gonna feel good. You ain't drinking. Now, Suboxone makes you low, it makes you down, makes you blasé. If you're a guy like us, where we have to talk to people every day, pump people up, it's gonna be tough to deal with. I sucked it up fighting guys, so you can do it. You can
I always,
but
so
you
funny. Even
I'm
on
telling
like
you.
Percs and shit, like you don't picture a guy that can go and not just fight like some drunk idiot at a bar. I mean, you're fighting fighters. High as fuck. Like it's so odd to me.
I use a lot. But the point is with Suboxone, all you guys out there, if there's people that need a Suboxone, it was easy for me to get off Suboxone. Way easier to get off Suboxone. Taper. I take a little strip, you put it on your tongue, little
Tastes
more.
like shit, but
I did because it wasn't an opioid high. It was more of a relax, chill, and I wanted to get my libido back. Listen, just so everybody knows.
Oh, here we go.
You're not the only one going through pain. Your girl, you think I'm me and Kate are making sweet love when I'm fucking eating 50 fucking painkillers a day and eating Suboxone or whatever? You think I'm making sweet love there? I was a pathetic little boy for a long time. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm cool. I fought that guy. You think I'm making sweet love? Now I'm a sexual tyrant. But back then,
It looks like this.
back then, I was a pathetic.
Sexual tyrannosaurus.
pathetic.
We need to get Kate on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's upstairs right now. She's
God
making
bless
dinner,
her.
actually.
so how long?
We live a
How
good
long were
life.
you on the Suboxone for? Like, you just do a straight taper? Was it like kind of maintenance then a taper?
Oh, fuck. I was eating that. And I'm playing in the minors at the time. And then I just didn't know enough about it. And then once I got to get off these damn things, it wasn't that hard to get off. Now, they have a half-life of like a month. So if you take Suboxone, you're going to wait like 2 or 3 weeks for it to get fully out of your system. Really to fully feel rejuvenated again. Like, I got a boner in the morning. I got, I'm like a man again. I'm like, let's go work out. It makes you blasé, but it saves your life if you're really addicted to alcohol or painkiller abuse, opioids. So listen, man, like it's an evil, both evils coming at you. Like I can control this one a little bit more. And that's
Well,
the
I mean, you did it.
Suboxone.
I mean, we use Suboxone to.
Yeah, Suboxone does
For
wonders
as
for like
medically
opiate
assisted
especially opiate withdrawals. Like it does great.
Yes.
It is an opioid. It's a like a synthetic opioid, but
Yeah.
it's kind of how like it used. But it's a control. Like you said, you can like lower the strips down. You can taper it. Because with pills, it's not hard.
Take a little piece like
It does taste like shit. I don't think I can really drink orange.
but
shit
it doesn't
much
make
for-
you hot.
So I do want to throw out there
But
that if you don't abuse opiates and you take a Suboxone, you will get high. You will throw up on yourself high as a kite.
Okay, so that's good.
So just
good.
little
disclaimer.
disclaimer out there for people, but
it's not the high you get from. It's not the same kind of high. It's kind of like the tramadols and a Percocet.
yeah, because the
right?
tramadol it's similar to tramadol because tramadol is a synthetic opioid, which is what like a butyrmorphine
Yes.
Suboxone is a synthetic. So it almost feels like a fake high, but it hits those same receptors.
Fake high.
But
Fake high.
it's almost
And
like
you can't fuck on it, is what I'm hearing.
You can't.
No, like you're not horny.
it,
You're not horny, dude. You're just not. When you're that abuse, you have that much abuse going on.
That's
you're
one
just
thing
not
about
horny.
like opioid, like using
And
like
it's-
getting high on
that's-
painkillers or opiates, Suboxone or anything like that. Like it becomes everything you want. Like you don't
Right.
give a shit about nothing else in the world but those like that
I know.
opiate high. So sex ain't food ain't good anymore. Really, like how Cam was saying, he did quit eating rather than do the
Yeah,
opiates.
you don't
Yeah.
enjoy anything.
Mm.
Like, man, I went through such weird times, dude. Like the ups and downs I went through in my life. I just wish I can go back and just straighten a little bit out. Like, it's never gonna be, hey, everything's perfect. No, it's just don't make your highs too high. Like my highs were so high. I'm literally on cloud 9 for so much of my life. Like cloud 9. Not like, oh, I'm happy to like, no. I feel like I rule the world. I got fucking whatever I wanted in my own little bubble. In my own little bubble. I was way too here. Now I'm like partying, like I got everything. It's all good. Like, and then my lows were so
Yes,
low
sir.
to where it's scary. It's
That's
scary.
the key.
Like it's scary. Like I could have died. Like I could have died a couple times, man. And like it
No, you
just,
bring up such a great point, man.
I remember, like,
I
wait-
tell people a lot. You
It's
go
brutal.
those high, like what goes up has got to come down. And I tell people that the life sober, you're not as much of a roller coaster, but the valleys are you're
Get
yeah,
out of it, baby.
it's
You're
not
up and
this
down.
fucking
let's just
up
go.
and then a complete
Complete
fucking
plunge, yeah.
crash, man. And
Oh,
your brain and your emotions aren't able to handle that type of up and down. It in peaks and like
Right.
absolute rock bottoms is
Too much.
It's just a lot.
too
man.
much.
And then it's a cycle because when you go that far low, you want to do whatever the fuck it takes to get out of that spot. You fucking fire
Oh.
yourself back up. And it's just a constant fucking cycle. How about other guys in the league? Now that I know you guys have hosted, I mean, it's the number 2 podcast in North America hockey related, right? I mean, that's incredible. It's been very successful.
Who's number one?
You know,
I don't know.
well, Finn Chicklets
Okay.
is number one.
Oh,
They
you
don't,
didn't know
they
that.
don't count though.
Andy
You
and
know,
I-
you just take them off.
Andy and I have been in the top 5, and we've been number 2. It just goes up and down with whoever you guests you have on, because there's so many podcasts out there. But we're in the mix of one of the better podcasts, hockey podcasts
Strick
in North
tries
America
to
for
Strick
sure.
tries to big time us a little bit. And I'm like, let me tell you something, Andy. You fish eater. He don't eat. I eat steak. I eat
No,
meat.
he thinks he played.
Right. Yeah, of course he did.
He thinks because he knows the guys and hangs out with them
He was
that
in the league.
that he's
Sure.
a part of the team.
The,
Yeah,
Jacob says the best part of that podcast is you just fucking take him to school. Man. It's so funny.
That's the only thing people want to hear.
So
And they
you
don't
got-
they don't even care about the interviews anymore. They just want to be
well,
bashing him.
whatever
That's what I'm there for.
whatever sells tickets. You guys have a great podcast. It's awesome. It's been fun being partners. But you've had guys come on and really bear their fucking shit. Did you know in the league who was using, who wasn't when you were playing?
Fuck
Okay.
yeah, baby.
Was it
Hell yeah. I knew everybody that knew. Oh God,
was
yeah.
it fucking
God,
rampant,
yeah.
or was it just most of you fucking
No.
brawlers that needed it?
No, there's other guys. I mean, I knew guys that
No,
and I can't
no,
say their
no.
names, but I knew guys that were in the painkiller. Because listen, when you're on a team and you have a couple guys on your team that are addicted the way you are, you
Sure.
come together and you find your guys to drop that fucking thing off in the middle of the night and Christmas morning because you got to entertain your family that came into Jersey that day. Like you need help. So you kind of team together, and now you're on the road together to where I bang on their door and be like, hey, hook me up. I hooked you up last time because I'm dying here. And they know, and they'd have extra. So you'd have those guys. And it could be a skill guy. It could be a skilled defenseman. It could be my buddy shit kicker that's next to me too that played. That was a tough guy. There's different guys. Not everybody was on because not everybody's gets the euphoric high. Again, like I said, my dad doesn't get it like my brother did. If Kate took a painkiller, I don't think she'd be high. I think she'd be like this. I
Right.
feel like shit. But it hits people differently. So, but it's easy to get addicted when you played in the NHL in the early 2000s because it wasn't too 90s, 2000s. It wasn't too out there. Like they're handing out pills at the end of games, like on the plane. Like, what do you need? I'm like, my knee hurts. Give me a couple, oxys, or whatever it was, and then I'm having my wine in the back of the plane while I'm eating those. I'm not going to eat because it makes me higher not to eat.
How's the?
So it's a spinning cycle.
And the league has a program now. How did they back then? I mean, they have you hear about every once in a while guys going into it, and I obviously it hits me different because I like proud of these fucking guys that end up going into the program that the NHL has. We usually will text Cam about it, and because it stands out to guys that have been there and on this side of things. And then guys have spoken pretty openly on your podcast about it, which is great. That's what we need.
Right.
That's what people need because I had asked earlier, everybody has a little bit of shame with this stuff. I was meeting with somebody just today while I was late, and I explained to this person that it is not your fault that you are an alcoholic or an addict. Your behavior is your fault. You got you, Cam, have owned it really well on and is really probably a big pillar of your recovery from pain pills. But this person started crying when I said that to him. I said, it is not your fault. Like it's not someone's fault that's a diabetic. It's not someone's fault for having cancer. It is not your fault. It's your fault how you treat it. Your behavior when you're using is your fault.
Yeah.
But it is not your fault that you are an addict or an alcoholic. And that's got to be said because there's so much shame. I fucking had it it was just balled up with shame, especially after my old man died. I was the most shameful person I thought ever existed. And a lot of people don't ask for help because they're so fucking just ashamed of themselves. And that's what people talking about.
You can't feel sorry for yourself.
No,
you can't feel sorry for yourself.
No,
we're all just a bunch of guys that want to get high too. There's a lot of guys that just want to drink and they want to get fucked up and they just want to get high. And you got to put the onus on yourself, man. You got to understand that. And you can't wait for your mom or your dad or anybody. You got to do it yourself. Like you just do. And it's still on you. Like it really is. And you got to understand, like, people are going to complain and you're going to get put in a weird spot where you're going to feel uncomfortable. Like you just got to find a way to crawl out of that. And it's hard, man. It's hard. I still got issues I got to deal with. Like it's not painkillers, but there's issues I still have to deal with, man. And I got to figure out how I can get out of that. And I can't look at myself and be like, oh, you're just no, it's on me. I still got to get out of this myself. I can't feel sorry for it. You guys can't feel sorry for yourself. You still got to be able to crawl out of it, man. And you got to think everybody around you too. That's leaning on you. That it affects. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I just think a lot. You can look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Fuck, you got to figure yourself out."
I agree with you.
He could tell me. You got to look at yourself in the mirror. You just do.
I think that's a good point.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not self-pity. Self-pity could be a dangerous spot. Sure.
Yeah, there's NA has a good, like, in their literature, they'll say, like, you're not responsible for your disease, but you're responsible for your recovery. So
there we go.
Like, it's not your fault you're an addict, but it's your responsibility to do something about it. You
got to do something, and there's a lot of things you can do, and don't think that you're alone though. Like, you're not on an island by yourself. There's so many people. I could look out trust me. You really dissect all your buddies that like everybody's got fucking problems, man. Like everybody's eating a shit sandwich in their own way. They really are. Somebody has something of something. So when you're an addict, you feel like you're just by yourself because you're the loudest. What's going on with you is the loudest. So it gets more attention than everybody else. But meanwhile, you look at your buddies, you're like, no, you got fucking issues. You got issues. So don't feel like you're on an island by yourself. You're not. You're just not. Even maybe you're more of an alcoholic, but this guy's got other problems too. So I just feel like when you're an addict, people push you like you're this. What is this? Get this guy away from me. Oh, get out of here, you bum. No. You are not alone. Trust me on that. You might think, your next door neighbor who's squeaky clean. I'm Mortimer. No, he's got fucking problems too, just so you know, in a different kind of way.
I appreciate you saying that, and hearing. I think people hearing from you about this, from guys that you've had on your podcast. I mean, that is such a powerful voice and story that it really does help break the stigma. And you fucking hockey coached them up right there. You're firing proverbial pucks at them, saying, "Get the fuck, go out, get in the dirty ice." Or we're gonna fucking bag skate you. We're gonna throw a trash can at center ice like Titus used to do until you fucking fill it up with puke. You're not getting off the fucking ice.
Yeah.
Man, I can't thank you enough. I could go on and on. I want to be respectful of your time if Kate's upstairs cooking dinner. What's for dinner tonight?
No, we're good. We're good, man.
Well,
I'm chilling.
we
dude.
do want to
It's
have
all
you
good.
out to. I told Cam, he was like, "Let's do this one remote." I'm coming out there to do one live because I'm fucking endless content. I go, I love how you are.
Love it.
If Cam,
See, I haven't even listen. Just so everybody knows, I have so much more to talk about with different stuff that I can really dig into and get deep with people. And I'm just telling you. So there's a lot more. I just kind of gave
There
you
you
a little
go.
basic outline of what happened. There's so much more, dude, that I feel like we could all just sit and chill and really talk about it for a long time. But it's better when I'm live. So how about I come out in like a month and a
Yeah.
half or a month and we sit and really dig it. Of
course.
Is that cool
Absolutely.
with everybody? I'll sit right there and we'll chill.
clients
and get some
love
good
to
food.
see it too. So we always
Yeah, we gotta get
you
another
know,
visit here soon.
they
so.
it's the talk of the center when you come out. And I'm going to tell you something. I'll peel back and I can overhear some conversations that you'll have with folks, and I think you really enjoy it. I can tell you do, and I think it helps you. I'm just saying, I see it, that you see people well, you care about people, and I think it fills your soul a little bit talking to people, man.
It does. Oh, I had to hide it so
Sure.
long, Chrissy. I had to hide it so long. And listen, when you're addicted to something and you tell people about it that have no idea, like some of my buddies, when I'd like, I'm like dying like this. Oh God. And they'd be like, suck it up. You're Cam. Like, you just fought Colton Orr the night before. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like,
You
they
just
don't
line
get it.
brawled at Madison
My
Square
dad
Garden
didn't get it.
with rubber.
No shit. And now I'm like this, like I'm like Bambi, like help me. No, but I was dying. My dad didn't even understand. My lovely dad, who I love, my love, OG,
The king of
he
the
didn't get
king
it,
of the
but my
lake.
mama did. The king of the hockey parent OGs didn't get my drug abuse, but my mama, the queen, did. She did, and it's hard, man, to talk about it if people don't get it, dude. I just look at people like, suck it up. Like, you have no clue. You have no clue what
None.
I'm going through. None.
Yeah,
None, man. And it's frustrating. So just so all you all out there know, I get you. There's more people than you think. You have to talk to the right people that have been through it. Otherwise, you're gonna get this fucking suck it up. You gotta find the right people to talk
we
to.
want to yeah, man, that's I love that, and I think that's gonna really help people that tune into this, and we're so grateful for you coming out. We're gonna do dinner again soon at O&O. Bring Kate, Ashley, and I.
Yeah, because I know when Andy goes there, he orders like, nothing. So like I'm gonna spend some money there.
We're gonna
just so
grab a
everybody
couple
knows.
cowboys.
And he orders like ice water and lemon. Like I want that goddamn
There we go.
tomahawk, baby. Let's go. I want that.
Guess
squid,
what?
too.
Guess what our friend Jacob did there
I
last
told him
weekend. Oh, you did? Well, you didn't tell him on the fucking podcast.
No.
He fucking proposed to his better half.
Oh no, he
They
did
had
tell
fucking
me.
candles. I just got
He
all the
told me.
pictures too, so we'll have to.
I just got them. Yeah,
Send me. Jake,
they're on
post some
Facebook.
of
Check
that,
them out. I've been
please,
waiting for you to
'cause
like them this whole time. So.
I gotta look through my Facebook. See, I gotta look through my Facebook stuff. I'll
They're
look
really,
at it.
Yeah, it's really good pictures.
I'll
Yeah,
look at it.
I think Laurel just posted the new
He was
one.
Yeah, I
fucking
just saw him, yeah.
nervous. He was such a
Oh,
bitch
nervous.
about it.
Oh, fucking nervous.
Oh, yeah,
My buddy
of course,
Blake said
man.
it perfect. He's like, that's probably the first time in your whole life that you showed emotions. So, congratulations.
Too bad you didn't have something to take the edge off.
We had some non-alcoholic champagne. So people that do see the
champagne.
pictures, it's non-alcoholic champagne there.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna.
We're
creep you
gonna
out
we're
tonight
gonna
for
get
sure.
there soon. We're
I
gonna
love it.
crush some steaks. Ashley
Oh,
can.
God, yeah.
Kate will always kind of tell Ashley like what we need to work on with Cam, and she kind of gives Ashley a little bit of a lowdown. And Ashley
Well,
will
she
pray for
knows.
Kate. Usually, how it goes. And hey, we're praying for you.
Hey, that's another thing. I will go to church here and there. I think I need to get back in. Just I want to feel good.
There's a seat next to
You know
Chris.
how it is. I need to step
Save
into
my
a
life,
church.
man.
I need to step into a
Yep.
church. I might have to just slowly.
So that's how I did it.
and I'm being
I
dead
the
serious.
church.
I just want to sit in a church and like look and just kind of just
If Ashley,
gaze
when
around.
Ashley
and
hears this,
it makes me feel
she's
good.
gonna be on you like stink on shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh boy,
She's gonna start sending you like inspiring.
Now,
scriptures.
if I walk into a church, it might get caught on fire. Like I don't know.
Now,
where
Chris goes to church. You're good.
Satan
if they
still
let
in
me in, Cam, we just will.
Chrissy, what if we both walking
Oh, I didn't
together?
think
I don't know.
about that.
That
It might burn
that could
down.
be trouble. Yeah, because we haven't even talked about the billet moms yet. We'll save that for the next episode.
Oh Jesus! I'll come in there, dude. And we'll sit down and talk, and maybe you guys can get a couple other guests to come in too and ask
Sure.
questions, and I'll answer whatever if
That
you
sounds
want to
cool.
do that. We have a nice little round table, chill out, get some food,
We can do it
do
our
our
friend
thing, and really do like a 3.5-hour
We'll do it
Joe
at
Rogan
FAQ.
style.
Have Cam
All
on
right,
for it.
that
There we
sounds
go.
good. That sounds good.
I want to do a live. I want to do a live
know what I
show with
mean?
an audience one of these days.
At the Dotem, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
That's hey, that's another thing too. A live audience where we sit and
Yeah.
really talk to people.
It's funny. I
Yeah.
saw Tim at the hockey game on Sunday, and the brief run of the late night score came up in a joke. Remember that? That was you, right? Didn't
Oh,
you?
yeah,
Weren't you
dude.
on that for 2 weeks, and the girls started fighting each other?
Oh, what was that, dude? We listen. 590 was crazy for a while there. It was crazy for a while there, but I do miss the radio. There are some
Well, the-
things that are changing. I do.
The
miss
reason
the
I brought
radio
it up
big
at the
time.
beginning is because what a time to when we're back in the playoffs and kicking ass. Those are fun mornings, especially after a big win. They're the worst mornings after you get your ass whooped. That sucks. You don't even want to listen
Yeah.
to sports talk radio, but their show was great.
The ratings are down,
You
yeah.
know, it wasn't all. It's not all breaking down the third string shortstop for the Cardinals. It's fucking good shit.
No doubt. They got a
So
good mix.
so we'll
They got a
fire
good mix
that.
going.
We want to get some more stuff going. We'll be in contact. We appreciate you so much. Panos Anonymous threw a little bit of cash. They're going to sponsor the Dotem tournament that TMA does. So we'll be out there handing out QR codes
I
so
heard
people
that.
can sign up and subscribe to the podcast. Try to get some numbers up and have some of my broke friends throw a fucking sponsorship at the. They can pay like $5 a month or something.
Yeah.
Cam, we love you, man. Thank you so much. Do you guys have any
Love
more
you
questions
guys.
for this fucking badass? I'm going to make sure that Jeff has never seen the line brawl. It's my favorite one at Madison Square Garden. Who'd you go with, Rupper?
Props.
Okay.
It was an okay fight, but the whole thing was. good.
it was fucking
You could
theater.
just go
baby.
on.
That's on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
You could.
There's
There's a lot. If you want to entertain yourself,
You
there's
should
a
some
lot.
of his
There's a lot of them.
some of his OHL fights and the and juniors fights are. I mean, that's when you really start worrying somebody's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy one time,
Yeah.
George Contrell, he played for the Sting, hit a guy square on in the mouth, and they had to fish hook his teeth
Oh,
because
jeez.
they got paralleled up the roof of his mouth. They had to fish hook the guy's teeth out. It was a pretty good one.
You played in England, right?
Oh yeah, we haven't even
Good old
talked about
memories,
the
baby.
English days.
Was England? Were they tough there?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude! It's all North American guys. And
Soccer hooligans on ice skates.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was a
They're all tough, dude.
I mean, you were a celebrity out there in England, fucking whooping ass.
Kate and I
Yeah.
both were. You know, they love Kate more than me.
Yeah.
I think I put on a show, and then they treated us like seriously, like we were royalty. They really did.
Could
It
do
was
a-
quite nice, man. They're gonna give me the captaincy, but I got radio job instead. But you know, it was
Food sucks in
beautiful. I love
England too, doesn't
history.
it? They don't, I mean,
It does and it doesn't. If you find your spot, it's good, but it's not, dude.
I
It's
can't
not
eat
New
baked
York.
beans for breakfast.
You know.
fuck off.
Baked beans
Right.
are a weird thing, but you could find what you need. Now it's different now because it was 10 years. What was that? 15? That was about 10 years ago. Things have changed now in the UK, man. Like it's just a little different scene over there, which is not good. But when we were there, it was beautiful. It is
Yeah.
different. I had talked to my buddies there.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, holy shit.
Right, we should.
So
I got you.
yeah, I'm just saying. But it is a beautiful. Nottingham was beautiful, man. And we had castles there.
I do
It
wanna
just was
visit.
awesome.
Did you go to those
It was fun, man.
hockey or not hockey soccer games over there too? Nottingham Forest. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, man. We went to Manchester versus Moscow, and it was like 90,000
Just fucking
dudes.
going nuts.
There's not any.
So you
girls.
guys,
and I'm like, this is a. I
you
go,
guys
this is
were
a
watching
nightmare.
hockey all weekend, and I was watching soccer all weekend.
Please don't admit that. I don't want you.
I was watching Premier League on.
Stop talking. Jesus.
Hey, the Premier League. Come on.
Hey, that's what they watch. They watch that and
Fucking
cricket,
cricket.
and cricket. They love cricket. Or cricket's gigantic, dude. The number one cricket player is more popular than LeBron James.
Wow.
Just so you know, he is.
They live in
You think about
FL
a
over there
billion
too.
people live in
Yeah,
India.
that's a good point because cricket's huge in India and Jamaica.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Billion people. Just think about that.
God damn. Well, thanks a lot. We're gonna do this again soon and grab dinner. I'll be texting you through the playoffs. You gonna get to any of these home games? Come see us.
I will. Probably game
Okay.
5 is it. You gotta do it. I'll go.
All right,
How's
I'll
that?
text you. I'll text you
I'll
this
go.
week.
I'll be in a alumni box.
Come say hi.
and then let's go meet
Yeah.
up. I'll come say
All
hi
right.
to you. How's that?
Don't
Game
big time me
5.
like Strick
Let's do
does.
it. No.
Fucker.
No, game
yes,
6.
game 6 here. It might be a
Game
late
6.
one too.
My bad.
So people are
Game
going to be
6 here.
shit faced.
Wait, what day is that?
Friday night.
Okay, so it's
Because Games 5's Wednesday.
So what?
right?
Friday, baby. Let's go.
Fuck, that shit's late for a sober
Let's
guy.
go.
8:30.
I was
so when we
It is late. It's late
That's
for a
right.
So where
drunk
we-
guy. Sober.
It's
stay
past
up, baby.
Ashley's bedtime, but she's been fired up. She's ready to go. She was going to go yesterday.
Well,
That's
she'll
it.
get fired up.
Okay.
If Kate goes too.
We'll make it happen.
so if this posts a week from
Yeah.
today, where could we be as far as playoffs go?
in the second round, beating the fuck out of the Avalanche.
all right.
Second round,
All right.
going against the
And
Avs.
I'm not
baby.
scared of them.
So as people listen to this live on Monday, then
Yeah.
that's where we
We're going to be
are.
So this will get them fired up for that series.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. Tell Kate hi.
Love you,
bro.
guys.
See you,
I
Cam.
will tell everybody I said, hey, love you
Take
guys.
care.
See Jakey. See you guys. See Chrissy. All right, guys.
Guys, thanks a
Later.
lot. Pound Offs Anonymous, episode 15. We appreciate Cam coming out. That was amazing. He's a great guy. Love him to death. It's like a brother. And we'll get him to church. So, as always, let us pray.
If you're struggling or know someone that is, please have them check out our podcast and reach out to Chris or me. We want to listen, and we're super eager to help. Our music is Anti-Hero by McCall and Gentle Waters by Wild Wonder. For more information, visit pondoffsanonymous.com. Find us on Facebook and Instagram.